What is up, guys? We got NotTheWorst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we're taking a look at the patch notes for August 17th. Big news, we've got the Arena of Solare. First season now launched, which is pretty exciting. I've got a few comments to make on those sort of things. New Fairies are here, some new events and things. Let's jump on in, take a look at what we got going on, and starting up with the Arena of Solare. So I'll touch on a few points of what they say. The arena begins in all regions, and thanks again for the adventurers that showed great interest. There are 3 significant changes, if you weren't aware of this, from the last Global Lab update. First of all, there's a practice mode now available. You can access it anytime ranked mode is not available, and we'll look at the scheduling for ranked mode in a bit here. So it's only accessible when ranked mode's not, so if ranked mode's up, you cannot enter practice mode. And then additionally, it was originally announced that practice mode, you were going to be able to queue up with friends in it. That has been not the case. It's not out yet. They say they need some further testing, some bugs and things to work out before they're able to do that, but they do intend to have that ability so you can queue up with some homies. It apparently does have MMR as far as matching up. Curious how that'll work with your buddies if someone's high ranked and someone's just starting out, something like that. I guess we'll see. Maybe that's one of the things they have to iron out for it. Who knows with it, but yeah, that way you get ranked against people even though you won't see your ranking out of practice mode, so that you're at similar skill level, or it's not always necessarily skill, but that's a different conversation. Next is gameplay. The gear is going to remain the same. They do note that there is going to be changes in gear in future seasons coming up, and then we have 3 new maps as well: Mansion Forest, Jade Starlight Forest, and Kadri Ruins. Do they have gimmicks? Yes. Jade Starlight Forest does not. It's like the open field map. It's just a straight up 3v3, which is really nice to see, but there are 2 more that have some setups though. Mansion Forest has the healing thing that can pop up, and then Kadri Ruins has the fire warmth thing that can give the AP buff. Not the massive AP buff, but the like smaller boost AP buff, still annoying. And then it apparently has some sort of mechanic where it damages you as well. Haven't been able to jump in and do it myself just yet. So last is UI features. You'll be able to see, look at top 100. You can see what crystals they're wearing and the add-ons that they're running. You can also change it to see how you're ranking as far as per class instead of just top 100. So if you're, say, oh, I don't know, a shy maybe, and you're not in the top 100, I know, shocking, you can actually see how you stack up against other shies, and then you can finally consider to stop playing that class, because really... So that aside from that, they say, although not implemented with this, they are preparing a system where MVP and Ace are going to be determined not just by the pure damage that's dealt, but also how many CCs are actually landed on it, since that kind of actually develops wins. So that actually just makes sense. Then they just kind of break down images with what's going on at the new fields. The Flora's Breath, which is the healing thing, is available in Mansion's Forest. It spawns from time to time. Kadri Ruins, Fire's Warmth, that's what it's called. Will come out of the brazier so often, and a damage-dealing object will spawn in a random location around the center. Why? I don't know, but they just love that stuff. And then Jade Starlight Forest, no comment on that one from them, so it's just pretty much straight up. Practice mode, we've covered that. Ranked matches, we've covered that as well. There is a little bit to say on that. They have it so that only 2 players of the same class will be matched in the same team. What I'll say about that, that's nice, as long as we still don't see, 2 strikers on one team and no striker on the other team. They don't mention if that's been resolved, but I hope that that's been taken care of. It doesn't make any sense to see, if there's 3 in it, and then obviously there's going to be 2 on one team, sure. But it gets really, really, really annoying, especially when you just look at like a setup where, coming from a DK that doesn't have a grab. If I get matched with 2 players on my team that don't have grabs, and the opponent's like pretty tanky classes where like you kind of really want to grab, or like shield classes or something like that, and they all have grabs, that can get pretty frustrating, especially if they're stacked up against it. So hopefully that is resolved as well, and we don't see 2 players of the same class on one team and no player of that class on the other team, just to keep it evened up. Yeah. So as far as the times for it, this is North American times. They've got a chart for European if you need those as well. This is in Pacific time, so for me personally, I'm on Eastern. That's 3 hours, 3-hour time difference for me. So this would be 3 p.m. That it starts on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. There is no ranked on Tuesday and Thursday, which is a little bit odd, but I'll circle back to that in just a moment. So this is 3 p.m. for Pacific time, NA, and that is then 6 p.m. For me, and then it runs until 22, which is 10 o'clock Pacific, which is 1 a.m. For me. So a little bit later in the day, whatever. There's none Tuesday and Thursday, okay, and then it opens sooner on the weekends, 12 o'clock Pacific time, which is 3 p.m. for me, and runs until 11 p.m., which is 2 a.m. for Eastern time there. The European times, I don't know how to convert these for you guys, so just click on the link to the patch notes if you need to take a look at the European one, and you have the times there. I don't know these time zones and how to convert them to anything that I know, so there's that. Arena of Solare rankings and records. Improve the Arena of Solare rankings and records UI, just like they said. As far as rewards that are going to go out, it's actually, they listed under events. So the top 3 rewards for each class, so that means the top 3 of each class for it. Not rank 1 is going to get a premium and classic outfit, then rank 2 will get a premium outfit, and rank 3 will get a classic outfit box for each class, so you'll be able to compete with that. And then we have just an event getting stronger with the arena. Win 3 times ranked each week, and you're going to get Seal of Victory with it, which can then be swapped out for 3 Shikatu boxes. Choose your Shikatu, whichever one you want, the life or combat. Shining Shikatu seals. For two seals, it'll be 300 Cronstones, and 4 gets you 110 stack, which is actually pretty nice there as you're collecting those up. They've also improved so that you can see when the actual buffs are up. You'll see this on top of any player's head, which is really, really nice, because trying to dig through all the buffs and debuffs that are on them in the bar to see who exactly got it when you didn't can be a little bit annoying. They're going to, for the top number 1 player by class in each region, they're going to have the character's lightness displayed as a commemorative NPC in the battle arena. Actually really cool in my opinion. I see a lot of people kind of downplaying that. I think that's super cool. And then anyone in the top 100 is going to be getting a special costume honorary outfit. You'll also get the Solare title, which you'll be able to use until the next season. You'll get the permanent costume to go with that, anyone in the top 100. Then some Glorious Solare boxes, which have all sorts of stuff in them. 1,000 Cronstones, 20 Oil Immortality, 30 Perfume Courage, Calix Elixirs, Deep Sea, Perfume Charm, Insight, Giant's Draft, Armor Draft, Elixir Dignation, and 30 item drop scrolls. So pretty sweet, actually, there. Not too shabby on the rewards. I would argue, though, that maybe something, maybe a different costume for top 1, or at least like top 10 or something like that. The fact that everybody gets the same costume and the same title with it is kind of Yeah, they do get an NPC, so there's that. But maybe top 10 gets, like, I don't know, a different costume or a little bit extra bonus, something like that, I would think. Would be worthwhile. Before I move on to the next section, I'm going to do something I don't typically do, but I want to rant a little bit. Well, I don't typically do in patch note videos. So something that we saw on the Global Labs, actually almost 2 weeks ago now, was some class balance changes, and we saw another round of those coming on last Friday as well. You can see we have class changes listed in the table of contents here. However, they're not the class changes that we're expecting, although we weren't really expecting these to hit, since they did give us the note that these weren't going to go live for NAEU servers yet. They went live on KR servers. My issue with this is that it's super, 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 super wonky, very poorly planned to release your first official season of the Arena of Solare, but not institute these buffs and nerfs alongside with it. Of course, it impacts more than one class, but the number one we're all thinking of, Succession Draconia, is getting nerfed, actually probably too heavily, but it's completely imbalancedly broken, specifically in 3v3 setup as is for the arena. So my complaint here is, if you're going to institute the buffs, these should coincide with the release of the arena. Nobody wants to play arena one. It's not just suck track, right? But you don't want to play arena one way or be looking for certain skills and things and able to trade certain things for 1 week or maybe 2 weeks, because we don't know for sure that we'll get it the next week either. You don't want to be doing that for a bit and then, oh, by the way, here's these changes to this class in the middle of a PvP season. Super weird, very terribly planned. My opinion, what you should have done is, if you weren't able to institute, you shouldn't have announced Arena of Solare if you knew you were going to do balance changes where it was even possible that the time frame was going to not line up, right? You shouldn't have done that. Once you announced that Arena Solare was coming on such and such a date, you kind of have to commit to that, or you should commit to that, because you're going to get even more backlash for dialing it back a week. However, I think most players that are super interested in high ranking in Arena of Solare aren't going to complain too much if they said, hey, Arena's actually going to come out next week, so that way we can put it alongside the changes to the classes and the class balancing that we had. So look for that next week and said, sorry, we had to delay it. We just wanted to, actually make common sense out of putting in buffs or nerfs. Or you just institute the buffs or nerfs when you release the arena on all regions. And the reason I say that, I know for a fact there's nothing that actually hinders them from doing it. It can't be a major project to release it on all servers if you have it ready to roll out in KR. You can put them out. It rolled out on Global Labs. Some of them 2 weeks ago, other ones 1 week ago. You put it on KR, you can definitely put it on. It's not like there's a localization to these buffs and nerfs, you know what I mean? So just really, really silly. I think attention wasn't paid. There wasn't enough attention paid to this and the bouncing of it, and there's probably no one that's super happy except for like Suck Drac mains maybe, that we're going to have 1 week, maybe 2 weeks of bizarre PvP that we know is getting changed. It's just super weird to do that right in the middle of a season. So rant over on that. That's all I'm going to say there. I don't know, do better. That was just really, 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 really poorly planned. Honestly, the best way to go about it, if for whatever reason you can't institute the buffs and nerfs right when you're launching the arena, like because you didn't plan anything properly and you've been working on arena season 1 and then you're like, oh shoot, you know what, let's do buffs and nerfs, and you did it last minute. If you can't institute that, what you should have done is when you knew you couldn't launch it on other servers outside of KR, then you say, hey, we're actually going to push back the launch of arena season 1 until next week so it can line up with the buffs. But hey, here's the practice mode that we're actually still working on group mode anyways with, you know what I mean? So you put the practice mode out there so the people that want to get, at least get their feet wet or whatever, go for it. But we're not dealing with ranked and like Draconia's everywhere, or everyone just considering, maybe I'll just play Dracania for this week to just rank up real fast and easy instead of classes that struggle a lot more, right? And just run with that, or, and then just have practice mode available for 1 week and then go live when you're ready to actually institute the way that it's being played on other servers. Super silly. Anyways, next up we have increased max level and new skill for Fairies. The new skill is continuous care that you can pick up, and this has between level 1 to 5, and it can only be learned on a Radiant Fairy, a tier 4. And between 1 to 5, it has 5 to 20 different food, draft, elixir, perfume, and scroll items that are automatically used. So for instance, I got mine first, and first of all, there's 15 Thea orbs in the loyalty shop for 100 loyalty, so grab those. So I leveled my fairy to 15. Well, instantly I had over 2,200 Layla's petals just chilling because I never deal with them for anything. So I set that up, got to level 50 extremely easily. With that many petals, I barely used any to get the wine and upgrade it to 50. And I learned, like Tingling Breath 3. I grabbed the Thea's orbs out of the loyalty shop, did 1 reroll, and I actually got Continuous Care 4, which was pretty sweet. And picking that up gives me 16 different items that I can buff, which is roughly around enough for a full elixir rotation if you were doing something that required one. Obviously, for everyday normal PvE, it's drastically higher than what you would need. And then level 5 being higher goes up to 20 items if you want to do that. So pretty cool, really nice. And it has 3 different settings on it. So you can set it up for like a PvE, a PvP, and then, maybe then an elixir rotation on level 3, or on set 3 rather. So you can choose, as you see in this window here, which set that you're running on. PvE, PvP, and then do like a, jabroni one, whatever you're kind of doing, or maybe you have like XP because you want specific scrolls used or whatever. So you can break that down. It's really nice. It has all 3 options on any level for it. So honestly, even Continuous Care 1 at level 5 is super nice for your everyday PvE and PvP stuff. Elixir rotation is still going to be an elixir rotation for you if you have that, but it's not. It's a really, really solid skill. At level 1, it's probably still one of the most powerful skills you could have at level 1. Obviously, the Miraculous Tier is nice, but not super appealing until it's level 5 for it, because you can just use potions quicker. It has a toggle on and off, just like Agris Fever does. So you'll have this UI come up, or you'll have this come up on your UI where you can just right-click on it to trigger that on or off. Keep in mind, if you're using 2 types of something, let's say you have an event frenzy draft and then a regular frenzy draft. If you have this set to use frenzy draft whenever it's off cooldown for you, your fairy's going to frenzy draft you, but you used an event frenzy draft, the game does see that as 2 different items, so you'll actually overwrite your event one. So just keep that in mind. I would recommend putting your event ones in that slot first, burn through those first before you put regular ones in, just so that way you're not accidentally overwriting one moving forward. Events to the Glory Seekers in the Arena Solare. We looked at that and getting strong with the Arena Solare when we were talking about Arena. Week of special rewards, pretty self-explanatory. We're going to have a week of special rewards. We've got the Gloria Solare boxes, 7-day value pack coming to their rare courser training, 3,000 loyalties, more Gloria Solare boxes, and then we're going to finish off with a couple of shiny Shikatu boxes there to run some RNG. As far as what you get out of the Arena Solare, you're going to get one of the following out of it, which we listed earlier, and it's some perfumes, whale tendons, giant's draft, etc., there. So not too shabby. We've got Arena Solare Twitch drops for it, and there are a couple different sets of how this is going to work for it. So it's daily Twitch drops. Tune in anybody streaming BDO, and 1 hour daily, you're going to get 2 of those Oasis boxes, Secret Stain that we saw before. Then additionally, in the first week, you're going to get partner-only drops, so make sure you're watching a Prolibus partner. Not the Worst is a partner, so feel free to watch my stream. And in up to 8 hours, you'll get the 5 Oasis box of secrets and then 1 Oasis box of blessings. That's the bigger RNG box for it. Does need to be a partner. And then week 2 on it, this will be for any Black Desert stream, not just partners on it. You can get some more boxes of those, the blessing box, as well as some loyalties and other things added in there. So free stuff. You can AFK on my stream if you want to. Get those rewards real quick. I got you. Don't worry about it. Moving into content updates, as I said, there's nothing actually major for any type of class changes here. We won't see this for another week or two, unfortunately. A couple of issue fixes and speed up animation there on the Awakened Dracania. We do have a really nice quality of life function, added a 300-minute buff for your church buffs now. So you can pick these up for 5 hours, and your villa buff can also be put on for 5 hours. So running those alongside, you're not going back to town anytime soon. You probably already weren't if you're a Dracania, because you can just use the dragon things. But yeah, this is pretty sweet, just quality of life there. It costs a little bit more silver, obviously, 10 mil versus 3 mil for each buff, but super, super welcome. And here's where they mentioned the villa buff ones as well. Definitely really cool. A couple of changed item descriptions, nothing major there. Monster, actually, when I saw this before in a different language, I thought they were talking about the drop rate of flames, but the drop rate of Starlight Jade's breath was increased 1.6 times when feeding Starlight monsters, and when you kill the actual Winter Guardian, was instead of dropping 1, she drops 3 to 4. I thought that was flames when I read it before, and I was like, wow, that's insane, actually, but it's not entirely. So there you have it for patch notes. Let's jump on over, take a look at the Pearl Shop for this week and see what we have going on. First up is the new outfit, which I like quite a bit. It's the Rifina for the Ranger outfit. As usual, 3,400 pearls if you want to pick up the premium version of that. Here's something I'm not super big fan of. Cantable outfit is 2,200 pearls normally, and it's on sale for 1,760. I used the Cantable outfit ever since it first came out about 4 years ago. There was only 2 times you could have ever purchased it in the shop, and it was put out as a limited costume, and it was never available after that, which was really cool. I like the exclusivity of costumes like that. And then they released it about 2 or 3 months ago by purchasing $200 worth of pearls. You then got this outfit included. It was kind of whatever, I guess. Kind of removes the exclusivity. Now it's just here until August 31st, and it's cheaper than ever at $1,760. So we're gonna have to look for a new costume. I guess I'm just gonna have to get top 100 in Solare so I can get whatever costume that is, because this one's dead to me now. So packages that we have, 50% off on a couple of RNG boxes if you want to get those. The Black Tiger of Fortune and the Snowy Winter Adventure are both available. We've got a daily pack, as we have had for the last like 2 months now. 225 pearls gets you 10 Artisans, 10 Memory Fragments, 10 Valkyrie, 10 Cronstone, and 2 item drop scrolls. Really good value for what it is, but they're definitely draining the pearls with all these daily packs that are like super good. We've got a Fairy pack, which just makes sense with the new Fairy level up release. 1125 gets you 5 Thea Orbs, 10 Layla's Petals if you need them. Just keep in mind, like I said before, you do have 15 Thea's Orbs available to you for 100 loyalty in the loyalty shop. So pick that up first before you go rolling. Wizard Ghost VX3 for 3,300 pearls. We've got triple maids and butlers. Per usual, 2,400 is triple, so there's 3 of them. Enhanced Secret Book of Old Moon, 1125 per usual. 15 Book of Old Moon with that, 10 item drop scrolls, and 1 Supreme Old Moon scroll. Kind of nice, but personally would rather have 15 item collection scrolls. I don't buy these days anyways, but I used to when I needed more item drop scrolls. Inventory is on sale 1+1 if you want to pick those up. We've got a Joy of 20 pearls available here. 2 item brands spellstones for 20 pearls. 3 sealed Book of Combats for 1 day, 20 pearls. Book of Life the same. And then Progression Support Pack for 20 pearls. It's a 1-day Blessing, a Common Sylve, 5 item drop scrolls, 5 Blessed Message, and 5 300% XP scrolls. And then the B version of that, a Book of Old Moon, and then the same bonuses as well. Then you've got 4 Alliance tier available for 20. Here's the Thea's Orbs we talked about, 15 of those for 100 loyalties. And the weekly outfit on sale is the Lawn Checkmate version, not the DK one. So if you're looking for some Cronstones, maybe try and pick that one up, since there's no Hexa Premium this week coming up. So there you have it for the patch notes and Pearl Shop for this week. Let me know what you guys think about the stuff coming up in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when new videos do go live. And if you'd like to catch me playing live, there's a link to my Twitch page in the description down below. You can get those partner-only Twitch drops this week. So head on over there, drop a follow so you get notifications for that as well. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.